Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Planetary Reviews, where I am here today to review Spider-Man 2, the next movie in my series of Spider-Man reviews to try and get all the Spider-Man reviews done before Spider-Man Homecoming comes out. And I'm sorry I do not have the Mass Effect Andromeda review done right now. It's just that I had some technical difficulties with my capture card. I'm going to try and fix that. But I wanted to give you guys a review anyway so I could get some stuff done. And because I just love Spider-Man, so why not talk about it, you know? I love this stuff when it comes to Spidey. He's my favorite superhero, so it's always a pleasure to talk about him and talk about his movies. So let's get this started. Spider-Man 2 is about Peter Parker learning to deal with his powers and trying to live a normal life at the same time. He's trying to deal with the consequences of what happened after the first movie, which is now he's choosing to be just friends with Mary Jane. He doesn't want to put her in danger, so he wants to just have them be a little separated. And also, he's dealing with the fact that he has to deal with hiding the truth away from Harry Osborn about his dad being the Green Goblin and everything. And then, on top of that, he's still dealing with the guilt of lying to Aunt May because of what actually happened when Uncle Ben died. And that is where this movie really shines. It shows just a really deep humanization of a superhero that at the time we had never seen before. This is fantastic. This movie was so well done when it came to that we didn't just go to this movie wanting to see crazy special effects, crazy fight scenes. No, we came to this movie because we wanted to see the story of a character, a story and his struggle, seeing how he's going to make it through this, which at the time was very different. Superhero movies weren't as popular as what they are now with the MCU going all crazy with all these crazy movies. They kind of just had a reputation of, they're just crazy action films or sometimes just corny CGI fest. But this movie changed that. Just like the first one put a new standard, the second one put the standard of superhero movies even higher, which is insane. But let's continue on talking about this movie. Also, in the midst of trying to deal with all this emotion and struggling with his relationship with all his friends and family, he meets a scientist named Dr. Octavius. He has to do a report on him, and he's a really great character in this movie. He was not only a great character, a great villain. You understood why he was doing the things he did and how he lost control because of the chip that was keeping the arms from controlling his mind and getting in there broke. And you see how they kind of manipulated his mind and how they manipulated him to try and make his science project or science development work, because he was trying to create an unlimited resource for people so that we could have a cleaner planet and stuff like that. And his wife ends up dying in the movie, and you see him go, I have to finish this project. And it was done fantastic. Very great characters in this movie. And also, there were a bunch of scenes I loved in this movie. Number one, I gotta talk about the scene where you first see the Doc Ock's arms go a little crazy for the first time in the hospital. This scene was really great because Sam Raimi, as we know, did the Evil Dead series. And this movie really showed that he still had horror, he still had talent in the horror aspect of things. Except that scene was still pretty scary. There were a lot of cool death scenes, there was a lot of fear, there was a lot of suspense. The way that he filmed this shot was very well done. It was also, I believe, mostly practical effects. I don't remember any specific crazy CGI in that scene, so I gotta give them credit for that. It looked fantastic. Just the amount of fear you feel in that scene was great, and if you watch the extended edition of Spider-Man 2 2.1, it extends that scene a little bit more, which made it even better. And then I don't know if this was truly a scene that was meant to call back to the Evil Dead, but when he takes a chainsaw and he just tries to slice the arm off, that was really cool too. So I gotta say, that scene was done great. The cinematography was awesome. The cinematography in this movie was great. I have to say, there are some shots that are just beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. And also, the other scene I want to talk about, which everyone knows about, is the train scene. You cannot talk about Spider-Man 2 without talking about the entire train scene in general. Because that scene combined CGI and practical effects in a fantastic way. It wasn't an overabundance of CGI so that it didn't look believable. And then there was a good amount of practical effects where they zoomed in on him trying to hold the train together from keeping it from falling off the edge to save all the passengers. And that scene was so good when Peter was just trying his best, holding on. You really could tell the way they filmed it and the dialogue that was going on was fantastic. One of the best scenes in superhero movie history, guys. That's one of my favorites. And this movie also would not have been good if it wasn't for all the performances. Everyone's performance in this movie was so fantastic. You really felt the emotion from every character. You felt Peter Strickland. You felt Mary Jane's emotion towards Peter. You felt Harry's just confusion with why Peter won't tell him who Spider-Man is, and his anger for just how much he hated Spider-Man. You could tell from all of their magnificent performances. And also with Aunt May when he told her about the truth about Uncle Ben's death. That was absolutely heartbreaking. It was a great scene, very well shot, and just absolutely great. There's just so many great things about this movie that I could go on for hours about why this movie is so great and why you should go check it out. And why it is still, till this day, one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Spider-Man 2 is definitely one of my favorites for all these reasons. How it felt, how there was a very satisfying beginning, middle, and end. The pacing was great. It got fast when it had to get fast. It slowed down when it had to, and it got really amped up at the end with a fantastic finale. And I hope you guys feel the same way about this movie, because I love it. So, after all that rambling and telling you just how much I love this movie and why I believe it was truly great, I gotta give this movie, Spider-Man 2, an epic A+. Because this movie was awesome. If you guys have not seen it, please go out there and see Spider-Man 2, because you'll be amazed at how good it was. Even if you're saying, oh, it's kind of old now, but it still holds up. I watched that movie and it still looks fantastic, so I recommend going to see the film. Anyway, guys, like I said, that's my review for Spider-Man 2. I'm sorry I could not get the Mass Effect Andromeda review out today because of the fact that I had some technical issues I'm trying to fix right now, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try and bring that to you as soon as possible once I get that fixed. But as for my next movie review that comes, any of the newer movies that are coming out, I'm going to be reviewing the new Fast and Furious movie. That's going to be interesting because, God, I wish that they still talk about... I wish that those movies were still about racing because I like cars, but what are you going to do? I felt like the last one could have been like the last Fast and Furious movie, have it go out on a really high note with a great tribute to Paul Walker. But that's going to be my next new movie review. As you know, I'm trying to get to my MCU reviews. That I am going to get to, I promise. And I'm going to be starting a DCU review series where I'm going to do Man of Steel, Batman v Supes, and Suicide Squad. So look forward to all those different things. Like I said, I'm going to get to Andromeda, and then after Andromeda, I'm going to take a little break on the game reviews for a little bit, all the way until Injustice 2 comes out. That's going to be my next game review. And of course, when E3 comes out, I'm going to try and do my best coverage for you guys and tell you my thoughts of each press conference, some predictions and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm trying to bring out the content as much as I could, so bear with me. I have a lot on my plate with school and stuff, so... But I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I wanted to say thank you to all the support for you guys for hitting those like buttons, subscribing. I really appreciate it. It makes me know that you guys like the videos and you guys enjoy the content. So thank you very much for doing that. It really is a great boost of confidence. So yeah, that's my review for Spider-Man 2. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day, guys.